Commonwealth. A commonwealth is a traditional English term for a political community founded for the common good. Historically, it has been synonymous with republic. What does being a commonwealth mean? Nowadays, a commonwealth has come to mean any government in which all people involved have a say, or a loose formation of nations with a shared loyalty. It is also the official designation of a few states, including Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia, and some U.S. territories. What are the benefits of being a commonwealth? Commonwealth member countries benefit from being a part of a mutually supportive community of independent and sovereign states, aided by more than 80 Commonwealth organizations. The Commonwealth Secretariat, established in 1965, supports Commonwealth member countries to achieve development, democracy, and peace. Hello, friends. Lately, I've been thinking about the terms of Commonwealth. Now, I know we've talked about it in relation to Great Britain and the United Kingdom, and of course there's a few states in the United States that are called Commonwealths. My state is one of them, Pennsylvania. And but delving back into the history, I guess it's more applicable to the British situation, and about all their countries are in the Commonwealth. Some of them used to be former colonies, territories, etc. And it seems that a Commonwealth is a more equal and fair way of organizing the nations or nation states, and I think it gives some unity, and I think it definitely helps the small countries, the countries that might not be able to make it on their own so easily. I don't know whether financially or militarily. So I'm thinking that a Commonwealth is a nice idea because it removes the old imperialistic tendencies. So it allows a lot of them to be free and independent, but also with some protection. They're not completely on their own. So I'm thinking something along those lines may be the answer to helping to solve a lot of the poverty in the world. I mean, there are some people, maybe on the left, who dislike the idea of commonwealths. But, I mean, what else? How else are you going to try to solve some of the problems with these countries that are struggling in poverty and resources, or just be able to utilize things? I mean, it's true there are some countries that just want to fight wars with each other all the time, I suppose. But the Commonwealth idea, I think, is a good one in an effort to fight poverty. So I think you'll see what I mean. And even now, they say there's some other countries that are there are countries that are leaving the Commonwealth, the European Commonwealth. But I've heard that there are also other countries that want to join it, and I think it's a nice idea. It helps. It's like different countries being big brothers to smaller, underdeveloped countries, and this way everyone can work together to develop the countries and help elevate the standards of living for everyone. And I think that's what we're all about, trying to get rid of poverty and wars. Obviously, so I think that it's a nice idea for smaller countries or countries that are struggling to be able to join up with maybe a more developed country, and then maybe it takes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years for them to build their country up. And then eventually when their country is built up, at peace, the standard of living is elevated, then these countries could then break away from their big brother country that was helping them. You know what I mean? So that, I think, might be the most sensible solution to poverty. Because the current thing, and right now, everyone's just fighting wars, and all the countries are just emptying out into the other countries, and I think that is ultimately having a negative economic effect, because there's all kind of things, overstraining the systems, and this idea of just taking entire populations from one country and putting them into another is probably threatening to destabilize the country with the changes and therefore it might cause, financial collapse, and therefore ramifications around the world if you stabilize countries, rather than having the stable countries work with the unstable countries to bring them up. So I think would be a long-term solution for countries who are thinking of their people and wanting to get them to build. And if that's how we want to be, we want to help our fellow man and make the world a better place, eliminate a lot of poverty and things, I think that's one of the ways to go and to work on. So, what do you think? Do you think more commonwealths might be the way out of poverty for some nations? Well, if you have a better idea, you can make some videos too, or leave it in the comments below, and we will keep the conversation going. What's your solution to poverty and the low living standards that are still plaguing different parts of the world? The Commonwealth's objectives were first outlined in the 1971 Singapore Declaration, which committed the Commonwealth to the institution of world peace, promotion of representative democracy and individual liberty, the pursuit of equality in opposition to racism, the fight against poverty, ignorance, and disease, and also free trade. To these were added opposition to discrimination on the basis of gender by the Lusaka Declaration of 1979 and environmental sustainability by the Langkawi Declaration of 1989. These objectives were reinforced by the Harare Declaration in 1991. The Commonwealth's current highest priority aims are on the promotion of democracy and development, as outlined in the 2003 ASO Rock Declaration, which built on those in Singapore and Harare and clarified their terms of reference, stating, "We are committed to democracy, good governance, human rights, gender equality, and a more equitable sharing of the benefits of globalization." The Commonwealth website lists its areas of work as democracy, economics, education, gender, governance, human rights, law, small states, sport, sustainability, and youth. Now, let me say, whenever I read this, and then I thought of how Harry and Meghan were working to undermine the Commonwealth, it kind of made my blood want to boil. Here, before they were born, the people of the Commonwealth, their whole aim and objective is to fight racism and have equality and of the benefits, and for them to try to undermine the work of the Commonwealth and try to say, oh, it's no good. That is like Stone Age mentality. You see, these people, Harry and Meghan, are hypocrites. They are self-serving. They don't want to realize that there's a lot of work already being done. And they want to take the credit. And it's just crazy. So, to know that that's what the Commonwealth stands for, and I think we need to continue to promote all these positive things to improve our world, instead of letting a couple of Z-list celebrities tear it down. So, Queen Elizabeth II definitely had some great ideas, and we need to support them as we try to make the world a better place. We can do it little bit by little bit. And we certainly don't need hypocrites who are trying to tear down the good work that has been done. Because, I mean, some of these alliances and things are delicate. People still have hostilities underneath. And, like I said, just some little poison pen or a little devil in their ear, like Harry and Meghan, are enough to start rumblings and discontent and undo a lot of the work that has been done. So, Harry and Meghan are definitely a problem globally. They are threatening global peace and democracy. So, it's not just about we are trying to see justice for people who have wronged the Queen and behaved badly. We are literally going to be fighting for for freedom and improvements to the world against people who would try to tear down whatever progress has been made. So it's very serious. I mean, we can laugh about them, but there's also a dark side. So let's keep in mind that I think the Commonwealth may be the path to the world having more riches and equality and being more freedom and democracy for everybody. So we need to watch out, spread that, and watch out for those who are trying to tear it down by sowing discord. How can we share the wealth and prosperity the best way we can? Alrighty. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Let freedom ring.